goddamn turkey shoot. Dude, what the hell are you doing with the Mark 18? You need a general purpose rifle, at least a 14.5. There's gotta be one laying on a body right here somewhere. Yes. Woo! We found us! Right. Let's go! What's up, you YouTube gun-loving silly gooses? Welcome back to the channel. So formerly known as... What is it formerly known as? Formerly known as Triple D's Armory. I was a bit confused on my identity. Seems to be happening more and more these days, but I have figured it out. I am post-op, and now we are LARPerators Anonymous. Welcome to the channel. So tell me your biggest LARPing sin. My name is Chris. I'm a LARPaholic, and my biggest sin was spending $17, well, sin to date, spending $17 on Amazon to buy airsoft PEC-15s that are just for battery storage, mounting it to my gun, telling all my friends it was real, having them come to the range and ask to see my rifle, me resisting as much as I could, finally handing it over, realizing it wasn't real, and then roasting the shit out of me in a group chat for about a month. So get down in the comments, tell me, what have you done that has pissed your wife off, made her want to smother you with a pillow in your sleep, put you on the couch, made you eat top ramen for a month, made you not be able to afford your rent, or maxed out a credit card so you can look cool on the internet? Get down in the comments and let me know. So I wanted to go over my general purpose rifle here today. This is a complete BCM upper on a Spikes tactical lower. And I've had this since 2013, so this is when Spikes was still pretty big and relevant, and I bought the upper without a rail so I could put this URX 3.1 on here because I was going to say I'm still poor, but at the time I really wanted an SR15 upper but couldn't afford one. So I threw a Knights Armament URX 3.1 rail on here, so it is a 14.5 inch BCM upper really. So starting with the tip, this is not an actual suppressor. It is a Surefire trainer. Like I said, I don't run suppressed. I live in California, and this is what I'm talking about. You spend $400 to buy a trainer suppressor to look cool on the internet, along with that $17 PEC-15. Anyway, so it actually does help with blast mitigation when you're shooting next to your buddies, so that is nice. It actually does somewhat reduce the sound to my ear, and the extra weight on the front of the rifle does soften the recoil, so it's not bad for us dudes that are stuck in shit states where you have these terrible NFA laws. So just running a trainer and then running a Surefire war comp. I pretty much run these on all my rifles, and my original intent was, I wanted a little bit of muzzle rise reduction and flash reduction. And then I got into night vision and was like, oh shoot, I'm gonna have to, change this out. And went to a night vision training class and I've shot a few times under nods. And I have this same flash hider, a world comp on my Mark 18, which is 10.3 inch barrel, and I can't notice the flash at all. So it's a great flash hider. It's a great hybrid between compensation and flash hiding. All right, moving back. Like I said, this is a 14.5 inch barrel. 14.5 inch barrel running at Amazon PEC. I'm doing that strictly because I want to get my hand placement down and where I can activate the switch, because I am going to buy a PEC for this rifle. I have a designate IRV on my Mark 18, which is an actual designator illuminator. So but I'm gonna get a PEC and put it on this rifle. So I spent the $17 so I can get the placement down, get where my thumb should go to activate it, and just make it comfortable so I'm used to it already. And also see with my LPVO here with the mounts, and just getting my eye used to having this slightly in the bottom eighth of the scope, or if I need to buy a higher mount. So anyway, and then just running a Surefire pressure pad, Surefire M600 Pro, and the 100 Concepts caps here, a couple of Ranger bands, and then this is actually a LaRue tactical hand stop. It's meant for Picatinny, but I just punch mount hole in it, use the Knights Armament mounts and mounted this up, and actually I love it. I love the way it looks, and actually it works super well. And then moving back a little further, this is a Vortex PST Viper Gen 2 1 through 6. This is a great optic for the price, and I got mine in 2018. I think I paid $5.99 for it, and it is a great optic. I have heard people currently in the last like 1 to 2 years having issues with these losing zero, going at one or zeroing it at 6 times, and then it being off at 1 time. It's not tracking. Or actually, one person I know, he broke the glass on his. So I know they've had issues, but mine has been rock solid. And then Vortex, of course, you have that lifetime warranty. I do want to save my pennies and get some kind of Night Force, an attacker, or something along the line of that. I'm still kind of looking into it, but for now, this is doing great. Just still moving back, just QDs. I typically mount mine here at the end of the receiver, at the end of the rail, and then mount it back here at the end of the receiver. I've tried all different ways, and I keep coming back to this because it's fastest for me when I'm removing the rifle from high ready or up into my pocket of my armpit when I'm reloading. And that's if I'm moving. If I'm stationary, I typically just keep it on my shoulder, but this all around for me has just been more usable. So it is a BCM upper receiver. It is a BCM complete bolt carrier group, BCM mod 3, mod 4, charging handle, and then a Spikes Tactical. It's actually a zombie lower. And I bought this lower, like I was saying to you guys, it was actually the week of Sandy Hook when everything was just skyrocketing and exploding in price, and no one had any lowers and thought this assault weapons ban was coming. So I went and bought this lower, I think for $90 at my local gun shop the day after it happened, and it was all they had left. So I'm stuck with the zombie lower, and it's great. And Spikes Tactical, they're not really known anymore, but they do. I mean, this lower has been great, and I do have one of their other lowers as well, just the regular spider lower, and it's been great. And then I'm just running regular regular ping pong paddle, and then a Radian 90 or 45 degree safety. Just getting used to that. I've been running regular, mil-spec 90-degree safeties for 13 years, and I'm trying to get used to this, and I consistently find myself, over-gassing it, and it kind of fucks up. I'm pushing the rifle down, but, I'm working on it. And then moving back, this is actually a Vltor A5. You guys have to put the A5 system on your rifles. I have it on 3 rifles now. Actually, I've had it on the Boomer caliber of 6.5 Grindle. I have it on this 14.5 inch, and I have it on my Mark 18. All of them, I don't remember what spring I have in here. I have, Springco blues and Springco greens. I have the A5 H1 in this rifle and an A5 H1 in my Mark 18. And then I have a A5 H2 in my 6.5 Grindle rifle that I use for deer season. And it is an absolute must. It totally changes the recoil impulse and makes this gun super flat and track super well. And it's softer on your gun in general, like on all the internal parts. And then I have the Magpul, I believe it's the the CTR stock or whatever, and it's a great setup. So that's kind of everything real quick, just a rundown. And now let's go shoot this thing. All right, guys. Course of fire is 6 rounds total, all A zone at 25 yards from the barricade from 3 different shooting positions. You can see that 1075. Yeah, there we go, 988. All right, 964. Saying how to build 7 yards. Mark 18, here we go. All right, all hits at a 156 to the Mark 18, so gonna go to this and send Bill 6 poison pills of love. .53, so 0.3 of a second. And all hits. This drill makes the difference between boys And man, oh, I'm out of breath. I just carried a steel silhouette of C-Zone up this fucking hill. Anyway, here I'm gonna show you guys. So here's the drill I'm gonna run. All right, so the steel target is not here, that's paper. It's that little white dot up there. I'm gonna laze it, but I'm gonna guess it's about 125 yards from my truck. So I'm gonna start back here. It's about 25 yards away. Sprint up here, shoot from standing, kneeling, and then prone. And this is definitely where you're gonna see the benefits of a LPVO and a longer barrel. Not that it's any more accurate, but it's a 10.5-inch barrel. When your heart rate's up and you're looking through a red dot especially, there's much more movement and the gun seems much less steady to me. So it's just, it's so much lighter and more handy. Just the muzzle sways more than having a heavier gun, a 14.5, and of course having an LPVO, which is like a more precise reticle than having a red dot. It also doesn't help me at all because I have astigmatism like a mofo. So my aim point literally looks like a diagonal line. So trying to shoot a C-Zone target at even 125 yards for me now, and I'm only 34, is getting more difficult than it was, say, 10 years ago. So let's run it and I'll give you the times. Okay, that sucked. Oh, and time was, what was that, 26:40. All right, guys, as you can see, much more capable with first round hits. I think I fired a total of, let's see, I fired 5 rounds in 24.96. Many more first round hits than with the Mark 18, but that's to be expected. Just a heavier gun, 6 times magnification, and it just makes those first round hits easier. So the 14.5 is an extremely capable rifle. BCM builds a great product. You guys all know that. And this rifle I've changed 100 times. I mean, used to have an EOTech, and then it had a red dot, and then it was an EOTech and Magnifier. Now it's an LPVO. And this is kind of what I've landed on now and what I've been trying to train with and put more time on. Because I still suck with these things. Not suck, but I'm not as capable with this on 1 times as I am, obviously, with a red dot, like an aimpoint T2 on my Mark 18. So the Mark 18 to me is a perfect home defense gun, 5 yards to 100 yards, like city, CQB, maybe even the suburbs type of rifle for shit at the fan. This gun here is excellent at nothing, but good at everything, if that makes sense. It kind of does, it's okay at everything. It's okay at intermediate range. It's okay at short range, and it's I guess better than okay at longer distances. And when I say longer distances, I'm talking 150 to 350, maybe 400 yards. So this is just an excellent all-around rifle, but there are rifles that do things better. A Mark 18 does close quarters or CQB better. A precision rifle, obviously, with like a 3x9 or 4 through 16, is going to do better, at 300, 400, 500 yards than this is with a 1 through 6 with a Viper PST. So with that, build your rifle the way you see fit, but train with it. Get together with your dudes, LARP, have some fun, figure out what gear works for you and what doesn't. Build community, protect your community, and do your shit, bro. All right, guys. Hey, if you like the content, drop a like, drop a comment, and give me some suggestions of what else you want to see. If you want to see more gear breakdowns, more longer range shooting, more gear reviews, or like my setup, like a more in-depth review of like my belt, my plate carrier, my helmet setup, my night vision use. I have some like hiking stuff. I was thinking about doing some like overlanding, some like recon recce stuff. And this is all me LARPing. I have no formal experience in the military. It's all been civilian classes. So just drop a like and a comment, guys. Let me know what you think. If you like the content, if you don't, give it a thumbs down. Tell me I suck, and to go fuck my mom. And anyway, tell me about your gear. What are you running? What do you like? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.